Today I want to walk you through 3 of the biggest mistakes that we made in growing our skin clinics. So if you're just starting out or if you're scaling your clinic, I want to save you tens of thousands in advertising spend or agency spend, and maybe up to 40 hours a week in admin time. So as someone that owns and runs multiple skin clinic locations, I've made a hell of a lot of mistakes along the way in terms of growing and scaling these businesses. Now, these weren't even the first businesses that I'd grown. We have a training academy and distribution company, which over the last 3 years has done £2.5 million worth of sales. We also have a marketing agency and a consultancy company that helps skin clinics grow their businesses. And that business is also on track to do £1 million over the next 12 months. Now, the first biggest mistake we made in growing and scaling the business was not training our staff effectively. Now, one of the reasons for this is we scaled the business really, really quickly. And we were able to do this because we use Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram is incredible for getting people through the door quickly. But one of the drawbacks of that is that people don't trust you yet. So you need to build assets and training and all of that sort of stuff with your team to enable people to trust you more quickly. And that comes from sales training, before and after pictures, really good video testimonials. And I'll walk through that in a little bit further down the line in this video. So if you are thinking about using Facebook and Instagram advertising or going down the agency route, you need to make sure that you have a good idea or a really good idea of how to convert strangers from the internet, as we call them, which is people who have no idea who you are and no idea what the treatment is or whether it should even work. So that's one thing that I would have changed, is making sure we get in earlier, and even with the onboarding of therapists, explaining to them that the customers are going to be different to the type of customers that they've had it come in before, but then also training them properly. So if I was going to go into the training properly, and I could do a whole video on this, I would make sure we do proper role plays, actually role play the consultations. So they understand that this is actually as part of the sales process in terms of building trust with them and actually delivering something that they want, an outcome they want, not just the treatment. So, for example, we brought a therapist in who, her previous place, she said she was at an 80 to 90% rebooking rate with people that came in. But all of the customers that came in were already customers of them. They had a 15,000 person database. So what she came into with us was strangers from the internet, didn't know her from Adam, and she really struggled to get people rebooked. And to her, it seemed like she was struggling, but she actually had a really good conversion rate. It was around 50%. And we've obviously helped her and trained her, and a lot of it is context for the therapist that you're working with, or if it is you yourself and you're going down the Facebook and Instagram advertising route. Now, for me, it's essential in any business to make sure that you are spending time on sales training, because skin clinics are sales businesses that are run on making sales. So you need to make sure you are spending time on sales training yourself or for your therapists. So the next thing I would do is better onboarding for therapists and make sure that they fully understand who they are coming in to work for and what type of people they're selling to. And number 2 is that we should have outsourced admin sooner. So with the volume of customers that we were bringing in through the door, the receipts piled up and the admin piled up really, really quickly. And it actually had a bit of a snowball effect. So the quicker we scaled, the more admin we had. And it actually prevented us from scaling the business quicker, because we had more admin that we could keep up with, which meant it stopped us from doing the more important things, such as revenue generating activities. So I would say as soon as you're able to, I would bring someone in who can do the admin work for you. So I'm going to give you some ideas how that can work, because what you'll find is as you grow and scale the business, especially if you're using things like Facebook and Instagram, which will bring people in really quickly, you'll get receipts stacking up, reconciling in your QuickBooks or your accounting software, logging therapist commissions if you have staff. So I will do a full video on this, but what we did is we outsourced the labor to the Philippines. So you can find incredible bookkeepers, Excel experts, admin assistants with years and years of experience. What you can get is phenomenal workers for as little as $5 per hour who will do all of this for you. Now, the cost of living is a lot lower out there, which means that $5 goes a hell of a lot further than it would in the UK, for example. Now, there's an incredible website. It's called onlinejobs.ph, and we'll flash it up on the screen here so that you know where to go. You go to this website, there is a fee to pay to join, but once you're in there, you can find the best workers who will give you everything for your business and are super, super thorough. You may find it might take you 2 or 3 people to go through to find the right person, but it's so worth it. And doing this alone has saved us 10 hours a week or 40 hours plus per month in admin alone. And what this has meant is my sister, who is basically the operator of the skin clinics and my business partner, she's now focused more on the operations, more on the running of the business and the marketing. So we're now able to do more regular email marketing, text blasts, refining the website, focusing and doubling down on SEO, managing the team. And I genuinely believe that it's no coincidence that 6 weeks after replacing all this admin and her focusing more time on revenue generating activities, helping the team and creating a better culture within the business, one of the locations hit a record month of £21,000. The third and final biggest mistake that we made was not getting enough before and after pictures and video testimonials in the early stages of the business. So if I was to go back, or if I was to give you advice on what to do here, I would make sure we have more or an absolute bank of high quality before and after pictures. And always when you're doing before and after pictures, make sure that each one is the exact same, because you don't want people people thinking that you're trying to trick them into their results looking better than they are. So we need to make sure it's in a controlled environment. So what I mean by that is make sure each picture is the same angle, the same lighting, the same distance away from the face. And if you need it to make sure that the lighting is the same, if that means closing the blinds and having a ring light to make sure that each one is identical, then please do that. It will really, really help you with your before and after pictures, but also the pictures that you do for the clients that come in for treatments to show them their own personal results, even if you're not using those before and afters in promotional materials. Now, the next thing I would have done sooner would to also have like a case study of each individual treatment. So that what I mean by a case study is using before and after pictures, but showcasing what the skin looked like after each treatment. So you'd have maybe 6 treatments or 8 treatments so that people can visualize the journey that they're going on, and not just the initial treatment and then the final outcome, because no one can see what's happened in the middle there. And if you can see what's happening to the skin gradually over time, it also sets the expectations of the clients that their skin isn't going to look amazing after one treatment. You're able to show them each individual stage of how the treatment works and the benefits as you go. So we also weren't using before and after pictures in the consultations, which seems crazy thinking back to it, that we weren't utilizing images like this to again showcase what their skin's going to look like, and also how we tied in those before and after pictures into the consultations, because there is a very specific and particular way that we do this. And again, that's something for another video. So if you are in the early stages, or even if you are in a growth phase and you don't have this stuff, please make sure that you do, especially if you're selling to strangers from the internet. Like I've said 100 times before, you need every piece of ammo in the locker to prove that what you do works. But not only that, you must also have treatments that actually work and actually get people results in the long term. So if you like that video, make sure you hit the like button below. It really does help us grow the channel. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, because this will enable you to see the new videos when they come out. But also turn the bell notification on, because that will give you a notification when we release the next video. Also, if you'd like to work with us and the agency to see how we can start helping you scale your business today, head down to the subscription, click the link there, book in a call with one of our team, and we will see how we can help you.